All right, guys, once again, we are back on the brink of our peak. We've actually hit the peak. I've tied it. 1466. We are tied with our peak rating. This game will push me over the edge. Now, we have the white pieces. We're going up against a 1500. So we're going to get this dub. Guys, by the way, thank you for 20 subscribers. Thank you guys so much. I hope you guys are liking the content. I really love making these videos, and it's been super fun doing these. So if you like the videos, consider subscribing. Let's push for 30. That'll be the next goal. And we'll just keep scaling up, guys. I hope you guys like the videos. If you do, let me know what you're liking down below. Leave a like. But let's jump into this. So Jobava London, this is what we play. He goes D5, matching my D4. So that's going to put us right into our standard Jobava. We're going to see what he plays. Likely knight F6 is pretty common. Sometimes they'll do knight C6. Sometimes they'll bring the bishop out early. And obviously C6 is an option. So here, we got to make sure to bring out our bishop first. Bishop F4, just standard moves here. And he's going to play E6. Now we're going to meet that with E3, and we're going to play bishop D3 as well. And knight F3, castles is the initial plan to start. If we see this, bishop D6, what we do is we let him take. And we actually keep the pressure here by having two pawns in the center holding the pressure, but he plays C6 and then C5. Okay, with this, I'll generally go like this or knight B5 with the immortal knight, as they say. So that probably is the right play here. So we're going to go knight B5. I actually love when they play this check because that just allows me to bring out the pawn for free, kind of, in a sense, and you're just asking your queen, like, what are you doing there? And of course, that's exactly what we see. He thinks it's a free knight, but it's not. Don't take it. Don't do it. Don't do it. That would be interesting at 1500 if he did it, but probably won't. Okay, so he does just go like this, and that completely ignores the threat of knight C7. That completely ignores the threat, and I don't see any reason why I don't play it now. So we're gonna just go like this, and we're gonna pick up the rook. And actually, if he goes here, it's colossal for him almost, because then after I take, the threat is this. Now the threat is this, guys, and winning the queen. So you need to move the queen somewhere else, anywhere else, or the king. Guys, this might be a very quick game, and he does miss the trap. That's a queen. We're probably going to see a resignation here, guys, I would assume. And this is going to put us into our peak. This is going to put us into our peak. Let's go, guys. Come on, free queen. All right, he doesn't want to resign, so we're just going to convert the position here with a queen and up an exchange. This is amazing. Very, very good stuff. Easy win now here. Just got to not throw my queen away, really is the only thing. We'll just play normal moves. Knight F3, bishop D3, castles, and we're going to just come away with the win here and get our rating up to, probably we're going to +9 for this game, I imagine, or that should be +9. 1475, that sounds pretty clean. I think this is the run to 1500 that I've been waiting for, guys. This is it. All right, so he goes there. We are just going to go bishop D3 first. If he plays this, I'm just going to take it instantly. No hesitation. Take it. Get it out of there. Don't care. Exchange all the pieces. Any piece that you have, I'm taking it if it's available to me. No reason not to. We're just going to take that and be good. Yeah, if he does this, I'll take. He'll go here and I'll go here. He goes here, so we'll just play knight F3. Castles, rook E1 is an idea. He'll probably go something like this. His bishop's fully trapped in there right now, so something like E5 is a necessary move for him, but at the same time, E5 leads to a bunch of trades that he does not want, and he can't really play it yet anyways. Does not want any trades, but I do. We want trades. We want trades, guys. This is literally perfect. I'm not sure if I've actually beaten a 1500 yet. I've only played a few of them. If I have, then I don't remember, but looks like today is the day. Things are finally going well in a video, guys. Things are finally going well in a video. I'm not crapping the bed in a video, which is surprising. Here we're just gonna castle here. Rook E1 coming. Queen E2 coming, A3 coming, H3 coming. I mean, all these moves look simple. I might just jump in. We'll first play rook E1, so when he does this, I'll meet it with this. And he's kind of forced to take because otherwise I'm going to grab this pawn unless he wants to play this, and that's just, really slow. But then I'll just take and just get rid of it. Get rid of his knight. Trade pieces. We're up material. No reason to not trade everything that I can. Goes here, so this reveals an attack on that knight. Taking would be colossal mistake because after takes, your bishop's hit and your knight is hit. So taking is not the play here, but rather probably just going back or going there. I'm just going to take. No reason not to. Just take the knight. Trade pieces. Happy if you want to trade pieces too. So I'll just go here. You want to trade? You want to trade? You want to trade? WDF survey? You want to trade, man? He goes there. Knight can only go here, here. Can't go here. Is his knight trapped? You just made a mistake again, dude. Your knight's trapped. You have this. That's all you got, though. But that, just this. Yeah. G4, I just play queen G4. And I take it. I guess, yeah, you sack the pawn. You here, here, and then you can go here. That's probably the only way. Yeah, so that's what he found it. He's good. Go here. Watch out for this move, because that will get me in trouble if I'm not careful. Yep. Oh, sly guy here. Not interested, dude. Not interested in that. No thanks. Couple options. I mean, obviously I can go back. I can go here. If I go here, there's not this. He'd have to play something like this. Actually, there's not even, so here, there's actually no way to defend this pawn. No, he can go here. He can go, because bishop covers. So here, here. Actually here. Yeah, that's the play. So we'll go queen here. Lots of time. Just need to calculate. Don't throw away this easy game. Come on, Bailey. Lock it in. This is easy. This is for 1475 or maybe even 1476. I'm not sure. This is a peak. This is the peak. We're making it happen. All right, so he plays exactly what we thought. So I think this is the move here because it is protected by the rook, throws off the bishop. That can come in as well. No, maybe not, because the bishop covering that. This can always happen. Just got to blunder check every move. That's all I have to do at this point. Just blunder check every single move that I do and make sure that I'm not blundering any pieces. And it just should be a complete win at that point. So here, if he was to take here, I mean, absolutely, I would just trade. I would just sack. But he goes there. So b5 is an instant look, but what's hanging? This. So that's the threat. Blunder check every move. Blunder check every move. We have 15 minutes on the clock. No reason not to. So immediate ideas. Honestly, might be crazy for this, but here takes. I mean, two rooks and a bishop versus a rook and a bishop. I mean, there's no need to do that, so I shouldn't do that. But rather, I could also play f4, cementing that pawn. f4, cementing the pawn. There's no real threat anymore. I mean, obviously I could do this, but I mean, f4 is probably just better here, right? So f4, what's his move? There's no takes, nothing like that. Bishop's not really doing anything anymore. So f4 looks good. We can go b4, kick the bishop away, and he obviously still can come in, but I don't see the value in it anymore. I don't see what it does. It hits the bishop, but I can slide back with the bishop, and then I can come here to rook f1 and attack the knight, because after here, there's only this square and that he can really go to, or obviously here that he could go to. But in that case, I'm just trading. So he does do that. So yeah, this square and this square are really his only squares, or going here, of course, back. But there's no like forward progression. Like he's not going to go to either of these squares, obviously. So just going back should be completely fine here. And then just going rook f1, we will target the knight and just ask him where he wants to go and try to get rid of it. This, he can't take with the pawn. So this, he takes with the bishop. I sack the exchange, especially if he does this. But I'm about to go here, though. Actually, I could go here instead. Doubling. That's definitely a move. Yeah, I think this is actually better so that I can stay on this line. If rook goes, or knight goes here or here, then I push. He has to take with the bishop. I take. Actually, he doesn't have to take with nothing. He can just leave it because he'll realize that that's actually just a free bishop if he does that. Checks here. Okay, so he goes check there. Okay, I didn't see that. Here, he can check again. Here, he has discoveries. Am I really throwing this? I better not be. Holy crap. We're gonna go here. He has checks again. Honestly, just sacking queen if it looks troublesome. Okay, so king only has one square. So let's just sack the queen. We don't need to worry about it. Get rid of the queen. We're up still so much material here. We have multiple extra. We have a full bishop or full rook and two pawns up on him. So he has no pieces now to attack me with. This should be just completely lost. I'll go king here. These pawns are going to go. These pawns will go. My king is very active in an endgame. Yeah, I mean, just trade it off and we just will simplify the game and win it. So no problem there. Okay, so he does this. So here, idea is to check. I come back, he takes. Okay, and then what about here? Then he takes my bishop, so can't do that. Can just ignore it and go here. Don't need to take it. Go here and go after this pawn. Yep, I like this. I don't need to take this pawn because then he just gets into my position, and I don't need that. These pawns are very solid. And if he pushes again, I can honestly push as well. And I got 3 pawns that are coming at him, and that should be very helpful. All right, so we see bishop e7 here. This is a move, can do it if I want to. There's also just, no, I don't want to do that because then his rook starts coming in again, and that becomes a problem. We want to get this rook in the game. This rook's not doing enough. Rook can come here, here, and here. That might be a good way to maneuver the rook, get him into the game. I'm also looking at a4, potentially, maybe fixing that pawn in there. We'll start with this. Just get the rook in the game. The rook needs to play as well. He does that, so we'll go right back and play a4. Maybe this at some point after I play this, potentially. Just have to slow play it. He'll run out of moves. He'll run out of stuff that he can really do. And then that's where I should be able to capitalize. Just have to slow play and play the right moves, slow improving moves. Looking at potential reroutes for the bishop here as well. So he does go this way, wanting to obviously take this pawn. I can just go here. It's obviously secured by the bishop at this point, so there would be really no threat. So that probably is the best way to go right now. We'll go here. Yeah, that seems to be the best way to go right now. It's just protected by the bishop. I'm going to go like this and potentially reroute the bishop going after this pawn. For that bishop, that seems to be the way to go here, or maybe even this and then this way is the way. Anytime that this pawn comes, it's getting taken by the pawn or the rook, either one. King really can't go much of anywhere right now. I do actually have to be careful because my king doesn't have a square here or here or here or here or here. My king is actually fully trapped right now. So I need to be able to open up my king somehow because this is actually troublesome. So e6. Okay, so he goes here. Again, I was looking at that and I was just thinking going g4. Again, there's no checks for him right now, so I don't have to worry about it too much yet. I'm gonna go g4 here and just secure that pawn or the pawn coming towards this side of the board. E6 is still what I'm looking at as I think what would be the best way to progress here, breaking through the position. Again, guys, this is really just solidifying the game now, just finishing it off. This should be still a very easy conversion. Just have to, again, blunder check every move, make sure we're good. I did have to sack the queen because I got into a little tricky position. It just made sense to sack it, especially with how much material I'm already up. And again, I have so much time on the clock. I just need to use the time that I have. That's super important. All right, so we see rook d8 here. Possibly intentions to push, but right now pushing doesn't work for him. e6 is the way that I'm thinking to progress this position. Or going g5 and g6 as well is another way to potentially progress the position. g5 does allow me to go king back and grab this pawn. e6 is just a more direct attack. We're going to go e6. If he pushes, cool, I'll push too, and then I'll takes this way. And then we've got a couple really strong pawns with those pawns. So we'll see if that's what happens. Wow. Okay, so I don't know if he mouse slipped or what happened there, but GG's. Peak rating, guys, 1475, new peak. This is awesome. Let's check out that game and just the analysis. There's not a whole lot to see. I mean, most of this was just conversion of the game. So yeah, I played with a 90% accuracy, 90.8. My opponent played with an 81.6, and everything looked good. So this Excalibur Knight, as Alex Penzea would call it, is awesome, and it works really well. And again, this, it actually wants me to play b4 there. b4, but what, so he takes, it's just a more, oh, wow. Okay, so that makes a lot of sense. All right, so instead of going c3, if I go b4, it's a forcing move on the queen, which does not allow him to play this. So he takes, you can give this check. Wow. But you can't quite take it yet because your king is in danger. So what if you play this instead? Apparently that's not forcing enough because it wants me to play this, but then check. Then here. Oh, it wants you to block with the knight. Okay. Here, takes, and you're just getting in a lot of trouble if you get so greedy like that. Okay, this is a very interesting line, guys. This is something to actually really strongly consider. Now I'm castling. Now I'm safe. And your whole plan of attack is just to try and get this pawn going. But you just never really can. Okay. All right. Well, I'm not sure. This is interesting. That's something to consider for next time. Anyways, guys, great game. Let's jump in to the next one. Okay, game number 2, guys. We are going up against a 1451. We once again have the white pieces. So we'd be going like this here, and he goes for b6. Interesting start. First initial idea is just take the center. So that's what we'll do. We'll take the center. He's going to meet it with this. Of course, he now is targeting this pawn. So bishop d3 looks pretty natural to play here. So we'll play that. I do want to know if he's going to go for something like a double cake. What about e5? e5 is not good because it loses this pawn. f3 is a move to consider, but the fact that he's doing this right now shows me he's probably not going to go this setup, although he might. He has not committed these pawns in the center, so it's hard to say if that's the setup he's going to go with right now. So knight c3 seems like the most flexible move to just see, what is he planning to do? So we're going to play knight c3. I don't generally like to put the knight in front of the c pawn unless we're just in the normal Jababa setup. But there's e6. Okay, knight f3 should be a good response to this. And just getting ready to castle. e5 is always on the way. Goes for this pin. Obviously, threat is to take, and then take, right? So losing that pawn if I do not respond correctly. So how do I respond in a way that does not lose that pawn? Because this does not work. Still same threat. e5 seems like the most forcing way to solve this. And so e5, if he was to take, do have doubled pawns. That does allow me to get the rook in the game quicker, I suppose. So e5, we're going to play that. That looks pretty good here. His intention does look like it's going to be short castle here. Is his plan for his king. I do have a potential route to go here. Now, assuming I'm going to assume something like this or this. This would be just a not really good move because I'll just play this. So probably this, or he'll go back, or he can go there. All right, so forcing move, he's just going to double attack the pinned piece. So this would go boom, 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 and I have doubled pawns. Not the worst. Double set of doubled pawns. They can always be used. What do I have? Something like this? This attacks the queen. He goes here and I take. If he takes, well, I've opened up his king. This is the most forcing move because if I go here, he obviously can do this, but then here, check, takes, and here, and then he's attacking the queen as well. And so that doesn't really work very well the way that I want it to work. So we're going to have to play this and just go into this line where I am trading all the pieces, it looks like. And that's exactly what's going to happen here. Yep. So we get double pawns. That's totally fine. We can use the c pawn to progress the pawns going forward as well. So c4 and then d5 could be good, followed by another c4 if he takes c4. That's a potential move. We do now have some pieces ready to go to work on the queen side as well. Do I have a great gift right now, guys? Check, takes, nope, because the queen covers this square for the knight right now, so it does not work. Can I set one up though? h4. So h4, what if he just uses h5? Check, takes, check. If he goes back, then I obviously have this, and we're pretty close to mate at that point. But there's probably some escapes there as well. So knight comes in. I'm looking at, let's just go back to the plan here. c4 and d5 are potential moves here. Rook e1 is a potential move here, bringing more pieces to the attack. Potentially rook lift over to this side here of the board is a potential move. We'll start with rook e1. That looks pretty flexible. Gives me some idea. I want to see how he plans to play this position. His queen is not really able to move right now beyond where it's currently at. So he is targeting going into this square somehow, or here. Yeah, something along those lines. This trade off the bishop, and then I get the rook lifted up, potentially going for some kind of big attack. There is no threat for him to go here yet, unless, I could go c4 here now as well. Interesting position. Rook on b1 doesn't really do much for me right now, I don't feel like, because we're just staring into a wall of pawns that doesn't really help me much in this area. So potentially looking at c4, potentially aloof for the king, but that doesn't really feel necessary right now. So c4, maybe the bishop trading off his good bishop, also kind of trading. This is a pretty good bishop for me too. So let's go c4. c4 I think looks pretty nice here, to be honest. And then I can go d5. I can also just go start with c3, play super slow. c3. So here en passant is a move. He gets the rook here on f6. That then has pressure on this knight, a lot of pressure, almost forcing me to go back. Whereas I could just go here and strike in the center this way, but I can't go. Can I go there yet? Here takes, and he grabs that. So that doesn't work. That actually does not work. right now, at least. So that move changes things a little bit. How can I improve the position here just a little bit? All right, I'll takes. Bishop comes back. That just seems pretty passive. That seems pretty passive. C3 still doesn't have any squares here. What's the way to progress here a little bit more? What is the way to progress? Is H4 a move? Not really, really. This is not a move yet either. I think C3, just kind of cementing everything together, probably is a good way to progress right now. I don't really want to open up his rook. That doesn't seem like it'd be a helpful move. So let's go C3. We'll just cement these pawns together. This pawn is protected right now by the bishop, and we'll see what his plan is. If he goes something like this, then H4 will probably have to be a move, just stopping any kind of kingside expansion plans that he might have. Okay, so we see a direct C5. Now that's an interesting move. That is an interesting move. So here, anyways, is what I see. Takes, and he takes. So it does not work. His plan being, obviously, he can trade that pawn for this pawn. I'd really like to get rid of this bishop. This bishop is really bothersome. It's just holding a lot of power on that diagonal. A lot of power on that diagonal. This pawn looks like it might be a weakness down the line. Especially if he kind of pushes this thing, or this or these pawns might be kind of weaknesses for him down the line. Obviously takes is a move. He takes. I feel like that's not really working because I do want to keep these pawns together, so I don't want to really do much with this. So how do I make an attack on his king? Because H4 is a potential move, and I have been looking at this move. I mean, this might be the way to progress. H4 might be the way to progress because I need to make some kind of attack on this king side. Because that's where my pieces are looking, is on the king side right now. Somehow I need to get the pieces moving together towards something. Right now, his goal, I mean, obviously taking is not really doing much for him at this point. It's actually helping me, if anything. It's not really hurting me at all. I'm going to go H4. I'm just going to take some expansion on the king side. And I also have G3 and potentially, just kind of securing the king somewhere behind some pawns. But he obviously can't take it. Knight protects it. He could look at something like takes, and queen takes. Now that I review that a second time. But with a line like that, you've given up your good bishop, and I'm not sure if the incentive is high enough at that point. Because now I think I'm going to win this pawn back by going here. But first I'm going to go like this. Just going to get the queen to go away and get out of the position, create a little loop for the king. He's up a pawn for now, but I don't think that's going to last because here, if he takes take, I have this now. I've got some really strong pawns that are coming towards his position. And suddenly that's not so bad for me. That's not so bad for me. Queen trade? Okay. Yeah, I mean, doesn't seem like the best option for me. Takes. Okay, and what kind of endgame are we playing? Takes, I go here, takes. I don't see, I mean, he's up one pawn. I don't think a queen trade really makes sense for him right now yet, but I see his reasoning, obviously. Only really square I can go to that doesn't lead to a queen trade is this one. And I don't think I really want to trade queens yet. I don't think that's the way to do this. So we're gonna move. We're not gonna trade queens. I think we'll keep the queen. The queen will play to our strengths, yeah. Something like this. A very annoying move. Wow. Just realized that. But I guess go here. Ooh, that's a counterattack, potentially. And running the king away, always possible as well. Just hiding. Not really anywhere for these pieces to go. The double pawns are actually going to help me to stop the expansion of the queen side initially. I am using a lot more time today, or this game, so I need to be a little bit careful on time, but with increments I should be okay. So this I just saw this. Obviously you cannot no longer take because I take your queen, and I'm also maybe harder to see it, but I'm also targeting this at the same time. Okay, and he sees that. Still can't take. He still can't take, but I can't either. But moving this out of the way, able to take myself. I mean, I don't really want to take myself either. Now I'm thinking going here. Is that the way? Here. Again, there's no takes. He might want to go here so that he can prep this. Going this way. I mean, I don't want to take this either because then rook comes in. That actually could be something very easy to forget about. But then he just takes with the queen and he trades queens instead. That's his play. Yeah, so let's go here. We'll use this pawn finally. We'll try to break through with this pawn and create some sort of attack there. There's no takes. So don't need to worry about that. But this game is definitely far from over. I definitely still have some counterplay. I'm down one pawn, so there's not much to worry about right now. Taking just lets me get everything opened, and it creates a weakness on this square here. So that that doesn't really work. So I don't think it makes sense to take. But if I take, then again, you have a weakness here instead. So you know what I just realized? Is this a brilliant move? No. Takes out, what I saw here is takes, check. But then king here, check. Or check, and then I can grab the queen that he makes. So it's still not quite there. I thought maybe that actually was like a brilliant, but no, I don't think that is. Guys, I need to pee so badly. I'm just gonna pre-move this and hope for the best. That's so much better. Now I feel like I can actually think again. He still hasn't gone. Oh, all right. Well, guys, I sat here and waited, and it's not always the way that you expect or really want to win, but that's a win, and we'll take it. That's just the way it is. So 1482, we've now hit a new peak and actually scaled 16 points above my previous peak, which is awesome. And I just wanted to see what the ending of that position was and kind of what the computer says. I'm guessing it says that they're still winning. It does still say that black is winning here. I'm guessing his moves is taking considered the move, or what would be considered his best move in this position. Where do we have the analysis? So here, just rook a8. Okay, yeah, takes probably. That's a mistake. Rook 81. Okay, yeah, I mean, it says that. Computer says that he's winning, but either way, we got the win. He didn't, he just left, I guess. So, good games, guys. First time winning both games in the video. If you like the video, hit the subscribe button. Help me get to 30 subs and more. And we'll see you guys tomorrow.